Okay. All right, so this is number 16. This is for number 16, okay? Counting out loud and playing, right? And associating the number with what we do. It might be kind of boring. I know it's not very fun, but it's kind of the way we keep track of what we're doing. Otherwise, it's just random, right? And drums isn't random. It's very specific about what we do, okay? So it's very important that we can associate what happens with what number. 1, the and of 1, B 2, the and of 2, right? It takes concentration. You see drums and you see it's something that's very active that we have to do inside our brain. We have to think about all these things and keep track, and we've got to think ahead. And so when we're playing beat 2, we've got to be thinking about what happens on the and of 2. When we play the and of 2, we got to think about what happens on beat 3, right? We've always got to be thinking about the next thing that happens, okay? So we could ignore it and then just create a problem where it's just going to get harder and harder to do new things, or we can make sure that we can do this, all right? It's not going to be that hard if you really give it an honest try. So in 16, what we're going to do is we're going to stay with just the high and the bass drum, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? And we're going to keep doing 2 measures, okay? When we add the snare drum, you've got to keep thinking that as soon as you hit the snare drum on 2, you've got to hit the bass drum on the next hi-hat, okay? And your ears have to be the one to say, whoa, 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 I just hit the snare drum and then a hi-hat happened on its own, so I missed it, okay? So it's very important to remember all those things. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? All right, it's kind of hard because on the first 2 ones that we do, we don't play the bass drum until beat 3, okay? So it is a challenging drum beat to begin with, and I know that. But the way we learn new ones is by counting and playing always, right? So we want to set that habit. We've got to get that habit going, okay? Don't forget the first 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and remember the crack cymbal, every 2 bars, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, the intro, and then the second one that says number 5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we open the hi-hat in the second measure, 3 and 4, open 1 and 2. Okay? All right? So don't forget to do 16, all right, just the way I showed you, but then go ahead and go back and do number 3 and number 5, because you'll find that they're going to be hard again, right, because you're changing up the way the bass drum plays, okay? But it gets way easier than that. You're going to look back like 2 weeks from now and realize, I can't believe that was even hard for me to do, okay? But it just takes a couple weeks. This is kind of a wall that we got to get over, but it's not a big deal, but we can't just ignore it, otherwise bad things happen afterwards, okay? So just really concentrate on counting and playing and hitting those bass drums and the snare drums and the hi-hat by itself in the places where it goes, okay? I swear to you, you'll look back and be like, I can't believe that was even hard to do, yeah?